Last week we studied about the woman at the well that met Jesus. She had to take her mask off and deal with the issues of her life before she could partake of the living water that Jesus had to give. If you didn't get to watch last week's, go back and watch last week's and then join me for this week's devotion. You know, girls, we have many roles that we play each day of our lives. When you and I get into so many roles, we have the tendency to begin to apply the mask over our face. The real fact is that most of us go through life wearing some sort of mask, playing a part. And why do we do that? A lot of times because we're ashamed. We're ashamed of our secrets. We're ashamed of our past. We're fearful about what others would think if they knew exactly what we were really like. We're fearful of rejection. We're pretty good actors, aren't we? Well, why do we keep up this masquerade? Well, it's because we want acceptance. So today I want to talk about the mask and the mask that we wear and what a mask does to each of us. One thing that it does, it hides our imperfections. And that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? It does for us women, because we really don't want anybody to see a woman's imperfections. Because when we look in a magazine, everybody's perfect, so we don't want anybody to see those bad places. And I will do just about anything to hide those areas in my life that I feel are not perfect. I'm a woman. We want our hair a different color. We want our nails a different length. Because if we don't get our nails done, it shows that we don't really have good nails under these nails. We talk about today's mask, and there's one mask that really gets me, is that mask of the Spanx that we wear. And if you're a woman and have ever tried to put on a pair of Spanx, you know what I mean. We want them because it makes us look thinner and it hides up all those imperfections. But have you ever tried to put on one of those, and by the end of the day, you are miserable because of that mask that you've put on? But the scripture reminds us in Psalms 139:14, you and I are fearfully and wonderfully made, just the way we are. And we should learn to be proud of who we are, because God made each of us unique in our own way. And then I was thinking about what a mask does. It gives us a hardness. These masks are pretty hard, and it gives us a hardness. When we put the mask on, it makes us have a hard coating, and we're hard to talk to. It's hard for us to trust anybody. It makes us lose our tenderness. Now, I'm not talking about just this mask. I'm talking about the mask that we wear daily to hide who we really are. It makes us hard. Puts that wall up that we don't want to talk to anybody. We don't want to tell anybody where we really are in our life. And as Christians, though, we need to be tender and tender-hearted. And in Ephesians 4:32, it says, and be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you. And there's another thing about masks that we put on. It impairs our vision. If I was to put this on, I wouldn't be able to see way over here and over here. But the mask that we put on as our daily lives, it will impair our vision. We won't be able to see things clearly. It makes us misjudge. This could be misjudging others or misjudging things in our life. It puts things out of perspective. And in Psalms 119, it says, teach me good judgment and knowledge. Lord, help me to take the mask off. Don't make me hard. Don't make it to where it gets hard for me to be sensitive to people and tender-hearted. But God, help me that I have it, that I can see beyond myself, and it will give me good judgment and knowledge through you. Now, another thing about a mask that I thought of is that it prevents the light from getting in. Mask prevents the light from seeping in. And do we let the true light seep in with our mask on? As we develop the shell of a mask that we wear daily, do we let the Bible really reveal who we are? Do we not get in the Word because we have this mask on? Well, in Psalms 119, it says, Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Girls, we need to take the mask off, read His Word, and let the Word get in our spirit so that it will be light to us. So whatever we're struggling with, it will not prevent the light from going in. And I was thinking also that a mask makes others stay away, because masks help us avoid getting close to others. I have been there. I have put masks on because I didn't want to get close to others because I didn't trust enough. Now, girls, I'm not saying take your mask down and tell everybody your issues. That's not what I'm saying. That's between you and God. But a mask will make it to where you'll avoid getting close to others. And we need that fellowship, girls. We need each other. And in Acts, the early church, they were breaking bread, going house to house. That's the model that was left for us. And masks will hinder a friendship. And we need that encouragement and advice from our friends. Because in Proverbs it says that iron sharpens iron. So a woman sharpens the countenance of his friend. So girls, take off the mask and learn to be a friend. Be real. And also what a mask will do, it hides your identity. It hides who you really are. And John 1:12, but as many as received Him, to them He gave the right to become the children of God, to those who believe in His name. We are children of the King. And you need to take your mask down so that your identity can show forth. We need to get out from behind the mask and let our light shine. Matthew 5:16 says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Just be real. Girls, let's take the mask off and be real. And I do want to say again, I'm not saying take that mask down to tell everybody your issues. That's not what I'm saying. You don't need to just let everything come out, but let your mask down so when people look at you, they see Jesus Christ. Just be real. Many of us wear masks every day, depending on the occasion or the circumstance that we are in. We throw that mask on to fit our need. We have become afraid of letting people see the real us. We're afraid of letting someone see our shortcomings out of fear that they might not like us or love us. And at work, we may throw on a mask of authority in order to seem in control. And at home, I know you throw on that mask of that everything's okay and everything's going to be fine out of fear your spouse may not love someone with problems. And at church, mainly at church, we throw on a mask of self-righteousness and pride. A mask of, don't ask me how I'm doing. I don't need any help. I don't want any fellowship with you people. That are down. I'm okay. I'm self-righteous. I don't need anybody. On and on, girls, taking our mask on and off for situation to situation until one day, when you take that mask off and on so much, your mask begins to fail us. Why? No matter how good you are at the game, eventually cracks develop from all the wear and tear of changing the mask out. And as the cracks develop, people start seeing the real you in between the cracks. And some may even reach out to help, but the mask of pride, which has now become a prison of pride, will not allow anyone to come in. All the mask will become prisoner. You'll become a prisoner of guilt, resentment, self-centeredness, and on it goes. The prisons can become solitary confinement where you really realize because you've left your mask on so long, you're all by yourself. And then you wonder, where is everybody? But what you've done, you've pushed everybody away because of your pride. Girls, we need to bring the pride down in our life, take the mask off, and see what God will do. A lot of times when we put masks on, we're really not trusting God. We're really telling God, I can do this. I don't need you. So girls, you need to take the mask off, telling God that no matter how I'm made, in my imperfections, in those areas of my life I don't want anybody to see. God, I've taken the mask down. You see me right where I am. I am real to you, Lord, and I want to be real to my girlfriends, my family, my husband. I want them to see the real me. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect, but through Jesus Christ, He can make you perfect because in His eyes, you are a perfect individual. You are a woman that God has made. You are, as they always say, somebody. You are, girls, and I love you today. I want you to learn to take the mask off and know that when you take that mask off, Jesus has you in His arms, and He's going to catch you. He'll catch those tears that fall. He'll catch those cries when you cry out to Him at nighttime. God, I'm not this way and I'm not that way, but God, you have formed me. You have made me in the woman that I am, and I want to be real. If I can be real, then I can reach out to somebody else that might have a mask on, and I can help that woman bring her mask down so that the glory of God will shine through her. So girls, as we've taught about the mask that we put on in our life, get in the Word, study His Word so that your mask can come down and you can get real with others and with Jesus Christ. Girls, I love you. And until we meet next time, I want you to go and be that victorious woman today.